The crypto chop continues. Bitcoin still at $96,900, and a lot of the altcoins still kind of bleeding out here. Looking on the right side of the screen, you can see there's some in green, but many in red. We're going to cover the market where it's at this point. Not too much of a change since the last video, but I'll go into some specific altcoins that I'm eyeing out, like Ando. We'll go into Flare. We'll go into XCN as well too, and I'll pop up a XRP chart as well. So let's first start off with the macro drivers. Like I said, with the bond yields coming down, dollar coming down, and the US Russell 2000 going up, usually that's the environment that sets crypto up well. And right now we do see a breakdown of the bond yields. We need to see continuation lower. The dollar's sitting at a point where we need to see a breakdown, and the US Russell 2000 is sitting at a level where it looks like we have a breakout, but we need to hold these levels and continue higher than these highs back here late January. Looking at the crypto drivers, this is the Altseason pulse chart. We're on the weekly. We're not going to see alts really go into a risk on environment where alts starts to outperform until we see this weekly momentum start to curl back over. As you can see, the pink's above the blue, which means we're flipping from bearish to bullish, and we want this chart to go down, so that's not good as far as alts outperforming. Looking at the stock RSI, we are crossing up through that 50 line right now, and the TSI is crossed up, and the MACD's turned green, and we have a buy tag that came in last week. So it's not until we see this start to change, the pink come back down, blue come up, stock RSI roll over, and the TSI curl back down, where we see alts start to outperform. So that's, we're just going to chop a bit. After a liquidation event like that, the biggest in history, it's not going to just immediately recover and just go to the moon. It's going to take some time. It's going to be volatile and chop around for a bit. So it's just going to be a little bit of time. So then let's look at the pump dump chart for others. So let's throw up, we're on the weekly chart, high time frame. This is back December 2022. So we're talking the bear market bottom, grabbing this trend line out and connecting these highs here. And remember, with this chart, we want to see it go down for our alts to go on a big run up. As you can see, every major bottom point for alts have touched this trend line. So we have this at the bear market bottom back late 2022. We have this June 2023. We have this, I believe it was August. And now we have this most recent time here. So let me actually throw on the others chart to show you that comparison here. I'll put it right below. So as you can see, we have the same points. We have the bear market low. We have June of 2023. We have the August wickening, and then this most recent time right here. So we touch a trend line that's extremely important, and then also to put on some horizontal support at macro levels right here, touching that very important level. I would say right here at 231 billion, where we've seen the previous bull market support, and then resistance over here in 2024, support, resistance as well too, and we retested. So that's going to be the level, must hold level, worst case scenario for the macro trend to remain up. But so far so good as far as looking at the high time frame macro. This would be an area where we'd see that rejection, this start to roll over, this start to bounce, and this would be the point, us getting so close to a new all-time high here, where we have this move down, and this will be the slingshot up to bring us to new highs. So that's that. Let's go to Bitcoin. The must hold level, if we continue lower here, is going to be 92.5K to 94.5K. This box here must hold. If we break that, then there's going to be some more blood, and likely we're going to come up to fill some of these wicks here, to fill the wick here. So this on the weekly chart, but let me go to the daily. Yeah, so we probably come up, maybe a retest, come back down. So let me go to Bitcoin here. Yeah, so if we break 92.5K, it's likely we're going to come to 85, but potentially even as low as, we could go as low as 74 to 75K, this zone right here. So keep an eye out for that. And looking at the daily chart, we still have that momentum going lower. We're checking the 11-hour chart as far as waiting for a buy now signal, and we don't have it yet, so we're not out of the woods still. Then looking at the total crypto market cap, let's go to the daily chart here, and let's check out the momentum. Yeah, momentum's still headed down here. Let's go to the 3-day chart, still headed down. Let's look at the 1 week. starting to cross down as we speak, with a sell now signal actually flashing as we speak right now on this candle, not yet confirmed. Last time we flashed that was April. So definitely need to see in the next 3 days and 6 hours here a strong recovery if we kind of just want to skip a delay as far as sending these things up to the moon. We want to see a big buyback, get back above like 3.4 trillion, and then we can be on our way immediately. If we close below here, it might take some more time, but ultimately you can't prolong the inevitable for too long here. That's what I'm seeing there. And then let's look at some of the coins I was talking about at the beginning. So we got Flare here. Let me throw that up. So we have a 1 day prepare to buy soon on Flare. So if we take a look, you can see we have the 1 day prepare to buy soon. No buy now yet. We are holding the 1 day 200 moving average at this time. That's at like basically 0.02, that red moving average, 200 simple moving average. Very key moving average here. As you can see, back in May of 2024, we were riding it, and the moment that we broke it, we broke down into this deep downtrend. Then we got above back here in November 2024, held this support, and we started to break out here. And now we're back at it with the 1 day prepare to buy soon here. So we definitely want to hold this level now and break back above ideally 0.023 to get back above the 200 exponential moving average, this yellow line right there. And then we can work on breaking out of this downward sloping resistance like that. And then if we can pop up here, maybe go sideways, break out, retest, and then we can be on our way. But until then, there is a slight chance if we see the bleed of Bitcoin and alts get hammered still, that if we take the low to the high up here, we could see a 0.015 flare retest. Because we have the 786 from the low in November 2024 to the high of December. You have the 786 there, but also we have the 2618 breakdown extension from the 786 that we had broke at 0.024. So that would be the level where I'd expect, if we're going to see more blood in the streets, flare to go to. But right now it's holding up well at a key level. So let's look at XEN. Still believe XEN has downside. As you can see, we have a 1 day sell there. If we go to like a 2 day, we got a sell there, a 3 day sell right now, 4 day probably about to flash soon, 5 day prepare to sell soon, 6 day, 8 day, 9 day, I mean like 10 day, it's across the board, very overextended. So let's go back to the 1 day real quick. Let's try to gauge the momentum. We're very close to the blue crossing above the pink, and we have the momentum heading down here. Where could XCN fall to if we head lower here? I believe we would bring that trend line like that. And right now we're at a key kind of resistance getting hung up. As you can see, this point resistance back January multiple times. And then in early February here, we can't break above this downward sloping resistance. But if we do, we could see a nice move up. But until then, we have the momentum heading down. And as you can see on the 12-hour chart, we're printing in a dark red MACD as we speak. And if this 12-hour TSI starts to, curl down and just melt down like that, we'll likely come and touch that trend line level at, let's say it happens by Friday or this weekend, it would be around 0.015 for XCN. And let me throw in the snakes with the hot zone. First level needs to defend and hold that support is 0.027. If we break into there, 0.0115. But honestly, I potentially see it going to 0.014 and coming down and touching the bottom of the hot zone. In worst case scenario, and the level that I'd be backing up the truck on XEN is 0.008. This would be the level that I'd be backing up the truck on XEN. Because even looking to the left, you can see that level right here coincides with kind of this block of where we got hung up back in 2023. So this would be the level, and the mortgage, the house level would be, not financial advice, 0.004, 0.003 to 0.004. That's the mortgage, the house level. So first off though, one level at a time. So that's XEN, covered Flare, and then Ando. Ando's holding up very well during this, market bleed. So Ando came all the way down to like $1 and then got bought back up immediately to $1.50 and is just hanging around $1.30 right now. Let's go to the daily chart. The most recent signal was a buy now on the daily. Let's go to the 2 day. No signal there. What I really want to see for Ando to be able to start the trend back up and make new highs is a break above the market structure ribbon here, the red here. Because the one thing that's just worrying a little bit is seeing how there was a sell in the green, and then we flipped to red, and then we kind of trended down, and we couldn't break above the market structure ribbon. So we just kept going down. So what I want to see to kind of be like, all right, we're not doing a repeat of back last year, is a break above the market structure ribbon and ultimately a reclaim of the purple MA on the snakes at a dollar like 65. Because then we'd be doing like a inverse head and shoulder here, and then we'd hold that support, and then we'd likely pop up to like $2.60, and we'd be making a new high there. So if looking at this chart, right, like if Ando is gonna do something like back here, and keep going down, the whole rest of the market is as well too. So it's not like Ando would just do this on its own and the whole rest of the market is just going to flip bullish. So to me, like if Ando can get above here and do that, then the whole rest of the market is not in a phase like last year around like the summertime. So I'll be watching this very deeply to see kind of the pulse of the space in general for altcoins. But yeah, Ando is definitely one I'm keeping accumulating on, and we're at a key level right now, as you can see. Support all across this thing, even back in 2024. If we were to head lower, let me throw on the Fib forecaster, I'd be scooping up Ando at $1.20, and then a blood in the street scenario, anything from 70 cents. Yeah, like this 786 here from the low that we had set to the high, 69 cents. But I don't know if we would see that, to be honest. I'd be, taking anything around like 85 cents to 90 cents for Ando. I'd be backing up the truck. So that's that. XRP, we do have a 1 day prepare to buy soon right now, but I mean, we're beat red. So in my opinion, we're going to keep trending lower, probably to retest $2. And it's not until we're not out of the woods until we see that 1 day buy now come in. Because like the last time we seen it flash was October, before we had this big move up. So the 1 day buy now is going to be crucial to know when a recovery and a potential for new highs could come in. But right now, it's not going to come out of nowhere. It's going to take some time, and likely we're going to trend to this 786 around $1.97 and retest. But if we hold the line there and then we start to curl on like the 12-hour and we start to see like a buy now or something like that there, then yeah, that will be calls for a giga long. So I'll be watching that like a hawk. But that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll see, like, depending on the market, and if major moves change, I'll make an additional update like tomorrow or whatever. But if we're in the same kind of spot, I'm not going to bother, because you know what I'm expecting and what I'm looking for and what we're watching. I'm gonna get caught up today on communications, so I gotta get caught up in the Discord and in the DMs and texts and the WhatsApps and all that stuff. So I'll make sure I reach out and get in touch with everybody today that's trying to be in contact. And also too, I might whip up a 2025 price prediction video today. So I'm thinking about doing Ando. So I'll dish that up, cook it up after I handle all these communications with the VIPs. And I will see you guys in the Discord. Link is in the bio for that. And I'll see you guys in the next video.